Our planet is suffocating under the weight of its own waste. We produce around 2 billion tons of waste every year, and the numbers are only growing.
So how close are we really to a sustainable future, and who's fighting to get us there?
Plastic, metal, and paper. Everything is tossed away, forgotten, but never truly gone. It's the crisis we have created, and the one we can no longer ignore.
Here in Kazakhstan, over 4.5 million tons of solid waste pile up annually, yet only 26% of it was recycled in 2024. That's below the 30% target the government has set.
By 2030, we aim to reach a 40% recycling rate. Today, this indicator is around 24–25%.
This vision needs infrastructure, and infrastructure needs investment. The ministry is working on the incentives to make that happen. Since 2024, the government has been offering preferential financing, loans at 3% for up to 15 years, funded by the national recycling fee.
This is a very long-term, affordable money, which allows investors to implement projects for waste collection, waste sorting through the acquisition of sorting lines, and directly for recycling itself, either by expanding the capacity of existing facilities or building new ones.
67 projects worth around 317 billion tenge, or roughly $620 million, have been approved by the ministry, with 43 projects focusing on waste recycling. The ministry said this could increase recycling volumes by over 1 million tons. When you zoom out, Kazakhstan's waste crisis runs far deeper. Beyond Astana and Almaty, infrastructure is simply non-existent. People dump or burn their waste. Kazakhstan has around 3,000 landfills, and only 20% of them meet environmental standards.
The rest aren't proper landfills at all, but rather dumps. Many of them are near settlements, with minimal documentation and no compliance with ecological norms. It's a serious issue, especially in a vast country like ours, where unmanaged waste has accumulated over decades at the edges of towns and villages.
Officials say building a single landfill is expensive. Local estimates put the average cost at 2 billion tenge or more.
Overall, our policy is aimed at minimizing the amount of waste sent to landfills. Most of what ends up there still holds value and can be reused as secondary raw materials. The focus is on extracting as much as possible through separate collection, sorting, and recycling before anything is sent to landfill, in line with the waste hierarchy.
Policies might sound good on paper, more recycling points and cleaner cities, but here we are in the very center of Astana, and finding a recycling bin feels like a scavenger hunt.
Those working outside the halls of government say there are still too many blind spots.
First of all, I think it's the collection points for recyclable waste. The problem is that people don't have enough places where they could bring their, first of all, hazardous waste, such as electronic waste, batteries, medical waste. And second is where they could bring their basic recyclables, such as paper, plastic, aluminum cans, glass, stuff like that. Some areas in Astana, they are offered two types of containers, one for recyclable waste and second is for non-recyclables. However, not all areas are covered, and for some reason they have been recently removed, and that's the big problem, I think.
Infrastructure is only half the problem. The other is changing mindsets and showing that sustainable living isn't a burden, but a choice people can and want to make. Since launching in 2017, Darmarka has become a platform for people to donate used goods and recycle more responsibly.
The main goal is to introduce people to a more eco-friendly lifestyle. Here, anyone can drop off recyclable materials that we all generate daily, like cardboard, paper, or plastic bottles. Some stations even accept more specific waste types, such as plastics, labeled 6 or 7, and hazardous waste, like expired medicines, batteries, and LED bulbs, items found in nearly every home and requiring special disposal. You can also bring in clothes.
Held every 2 months, Darmarka events make sustainable habits accessible for everyone. In a world where consumerism has become the new norm and constant buying is fueled by attractive images on social media, there is an alternative path.
We live in an age of overconsumption. Many of us know the feeling you open your wardrobe, it's full, yet you have nothing to wear. That's why it's so important to shop mindfully. Before buying new clothes, review what you already own, make a checklist of what you actually need, and stick to it. This not only saves money, but also helps conserve natural resources.
Activists believe people are ready. What's missing is better communication.
Every year, this topic attracts a larger audience thanks to the power of media and social platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. The truth is, people are willing to sort their waste. They just need the right information. Today, in just 2 hours, we've seen dozens of people, some spend weeks or even months collecting recyclables, clearing out their balconies, and preparing carefully. Many share their experience online, tag our account, and spread the word. And that's how more and more people are involved.
Around the world, smart and simple tools are helping people adopt greener habits. Science also has solutions.
So there is a framework in behavioral science, which abbreviates as FEAST. It stands for fun, easy, attractive, social, timely. So my colleagues and I, we try to make waste recycling fun. We entertain people. Secondly, we show easy ways to live more sustainable life. Third is we talk about how it is attractive. And we show that other people also recycle waste, segregate waste. So this is social. And timely, we show, for example, if a person shops somewhere, we show that there are some donation bins, so he could or she could bring their textiles there, for donation.
Tech innovation is part of the solution. One of them is Sparklaw, a global movement that utilizes AI-powered machines, also known as Sparklamods, to simplify recycling for people. For every bottle returned, users earn points that can be redeemed for everyday purchases.
As you can imagine, where there is no collection, there is no recycling, and without recycling, there is no final product. The collection serves as the foundation of the entire system and is the primary source of raw materials. That's where our machines come in. They help promote eco-culture and gather recyclables that can be processed. In just 2 years, we've installed over 130 machines across 4 Kazakh cities. Every month, around 100,000 people use them. In 2024 alone, we collected more than 5 million bottles for recycling.
The ministry points to a new national waste management concept expected this September as the turning point.
By September, we're expected to deliver a concept that includes a detailed analysis of the current situation, identifying strengths, weaknesses, and outlining the direction we need to move forward. We need to review all types of waste holistically, with a single document, and carry out a targeted analysis.
The solutions are already here: recycling machines, rise of conscious consumption, and community action. The question isn't what to do, it's whether enough of us will choose to do it. We all live on the same planet, and whether we clean it up or drown in our own waste is still up to us.